Hello and welcome. My name is Trismegistus, but you can call me Triggles. And today we are going to be playing some more space exploration, which is kind of the plan for forever going forward. Why has that not updated properly? Why are you not functioning? You're functioning now. Okay. I just lose the plot sometimes. I don't really understand some of the things that happen and don't happen. Doesn't seem to be any reason, but there you go. I think we're at least getting audio this time. Although mic seems to be weirdly loud. Oh dear. Right, yes, so the plan today is to try and get to orbit, to do the actual beginning of space exploration by actual exploration of space. However, before the stream, literally, having loaded it up, I did do a tiny amount. I basically put this in just to extend it so that we can build some more stuff more easily. But literally, as the thingy, as we were starting, is that the one? Yeah, this happened. A blooming meteor came in and just trashed my power pole over here. So we got to dash over there and fix that. But also, that means we'll need to put in the... I think it's about time we put in the, more proper meteor defense thing. Because this is our stone connection, basically. Also appear to have random power poles here. So let's see if the bots will fix that. I'm sure I'll inevitably drive through it with the tank. It's over there, isn't it? Woo! Right, here we go. So, we'll fix this. Well, at least the bots will fix this. So, oops. That up as well. I'm not sure if this was multiple strikes or just the one. Is that all connected up now? We have stone. We do. Oh, did I ever fix that? I spotted... Ah, yes, this is done. I spotted I'd set up all this stone, and then basically I hadn't connected it properly, so there was a missing belts over here. So this patch is now basically dead. It's just a tiny amount. I really need to do a proper tidy up and sort out and make everything nice and proper and maybe redo the base entirely. That seems very loud for me, and I don't know why. Given I've not touched any settings, it does appear to be loud for everyone. Yeah, that's still very loud, and I do not know why. 60 say. Yeah. Okay. Well, the tank is quite loud, but that was silly. See all these rocks? All these rocks. And there you go. Managed to drive through the power pole. I don't really need... Do I need this power pole? I mean, it's kind of pointless, isn't it? Okay. Let's just mark it for... So obviously when I was building the outpost or what have you, but if we just mark it for deconstructings, that'll do. I'm sure that will get sorted out at some point. Wait for the bot to do its thing. Yes. So the what should we call it? It's the mega meteor killery things, whatever they're called. What are these called? Meteor defense installation. So we got to build these because I haven't built any. Well, I could just test actually. Have I built any of them? I don't think I have. No. So we haven't got any of them. And then the ammo itself. Oh, suddenly I've had to. It's really warm today, and I don't know why. So I opened the windows, and now somebody's got some kind of fire going. So my room is filling with smoke. Why anyone would be doing a fire at the moment, because it's piddling down with rain, I don't know. Batteries, electronic circuit and steel plates. So that's quite simple really, isn't it? But they're quite complicated. We've got everything, 2, 4... We do have everything on the bus, so perhaps we could squeeze it in here maybe? Does it need steel and... It does need steel and concrete, so this might be quite a good shout for where to put it. Let's have a look, see, maybe we try and put a power pole there. We can have it empty out there. These make them. So it's going to need copper cable, that might be interesting. Where would that be? There. Okay. One of them like that. So if I just hard cap that. I don't know what they stack to, obviously, but oh, not going to need a million of them, I don't think. So you need those. And what else? Glass, blue circuit. I mean, blue circuits are right here. And the copper cable. So if we try and do, say, I'm just wondering maybe if I put it on the top. What could I put on the other side of that would be relatively easy to achieve that it needs? Because that gives it concrete and steel. And if we're having blue circuits and batteries, maybe? Would be batteries be a viable thing to bring over? Maybe. Let's hive it off here. And then we go... it'll be that one, which means that's going to be right in the way. I wonder... rethink whatever madness was going on here so that we can pull that off. Well, there-ish. Do that with it. Mayhaps. That could go on further up, couldn't it? I guess that'll need to go to there. How do we get that across there? Or maybe instead we sort of do that, and then perhaps I just ended up putting it down here, and I could just have taken a nice little line. So that's all a bit pointless, isn't it? Maybe if we do that, and then this goes across to say here, and diddly diddly dee. Or perhaps do something on this side, maybe? If that was coming off there. Because we want ideally that there. So, where's it gone? There it is. Cool. So that'll put blue circuits there. Didn't put a 200. How many does it need? It'll be a lot, but you know, we only need like 5 of them or something. So batteries is what I tried to connect, but didn't actually put the thing on. Like that. So batteries, we would then need glass and copper cable. So perhaps we put them on a lane here. Oops. So that we'll have copper cable coming in this way. And glass on the other side. Where is glass? There. So, maybe do, oops, that. That. And then skip there. That's going to need for something from this, isn't it? So, I mean, glass is so cheap. I won't bother filtering that. But let's have a look. See, we would want that to come across to there. But it'd be more convenient to pull it out of that one. So if we do that. Okay, because I mean there are a lot of it was ramping up before, but there are a lot of meteorites coming in there, so I think it's probably an appropriate time to start building these. So I say the number's all big, but it's like we need 6 or something, you know, in absolute total. So that's fine. Cool. And then what I was thinking is that we could maybe actually have the actual structures here. I ideally need to build one so I can see how big it actually is. You know, is it this big? Is it that big? But what I'm thinking, we essentially do direct feeding. So we'd have an assembly machine here, because these are actually quite cheap. You know, 10 batteries, 10 circuits, and 10 steel. It's not that expensive, really. But then, you know, we can have, goes into a box type arrangement, and then into however big this is. So it's basically doing that. And then same on the other side, for if and when we need to do, you know, is it worth putting... What's their craft time? 24 seconds. So... No, 10 seconds. Oh, that's not too bad at all. We'd have to be getting a lot of meteorites in for it to do 10. I say, well, this will be buffered. Maybe just the one stack? Okay, so how big is the actual machine? They brought me one. Okay. Oh my word. Okay. Yeah, that's a big boy. Crikey. I'm glad I did. Wait then. Okay, so we have to move this over. Maybe put it... Well, it'd be nice if it was sort of lined up with the middle of that one, the first one, wouldn't it? Like that, say? Because these are just like a generic coverage, I believe. I don't think they, in a sense, you know, need to go somewhere. And then I'm thinking, you know, we'll end up with... Oops. So about, oops, 2 belts here. Yeah, that we need to put the stuff on. And so this, go there. And I got a module that I can kind of repeat. I may not need, I don't need any of these, do I? I say I think probably do need like 6 or 8 or something like that. So that's fine. But what did it need? It needed batteries. What I might just do, use one of these, connect it, and then put one over so it can be a bit more even. Pop that one there. Cool. Let's just make sure they are okay. Now it needed batteries, green circuits, and steel. And they're all exactly the same, aren't they? So it really doesn't matter where we put what. Okay. Merch is going to be easier. So it was batteries, green circuits, and steel. It might be kind of easier to pull off batteries and steel sort of up here and then green down the bottom. So let's see if we can kind of work that in. As well. So would it be there? Be there, wouldn't it? And then if you're on... No, wrong side. So if you're on that side, you need one of them. And then if you're on that side, you need one of them. Put that in the wrong place, haven't I? Because we need that to connect like that. Oops. And that to connect like that. So it gets us the steel and the thingy. Batteries. And then we'll just hop over there. So I think we're going to have to go and close my window. It would be, I say, it was pissing it down earlier on. Which is probably why there's so much smoke, because, you know. Wet wood. Okay. So I think they take a huge amount of charge as well, don't they? Yeah, you see they're sucking up a load of juice. Yeah, meteor defense installations, there they go. I could maybe put, put some speeds in just to give it a little bit of a boost. So have you got, yeah, you got 2, 2, 2, 3. Okay. Nothing in the chest there. I'm sure they've probably stacked 5 or something in them. Maybe. Gotta be honest, they look like art rather than an actual asset in the game, if that makes sense. So it looks like it's drawn, if you see what I mean, rather than a thing. So I don't know if these are... Because this is obviously the silo bottom. But this just looks like, you know, it doesn't look like it's been made as a 3D model and then rendered in game. It looks more like it's a, you know, a drawn texture, if you see what I mean. Which I actually quite like. It looks stylistically, it looks quite good, but it doesn't fit in. So I guess that's a work in progress still. So it's ended up with 4 by the looks of things. There's its little buffer. So I'll let them work away. Cool. Right, now that we are a bit more protected, we can work on... Actually, I didn't do the science lab, did I? Which I'm sure will be hugely vital. Hello, Nasena again. Hi, I did not notice the pink part on the presumed Bacchus icon in File Effects. Guess your algae hypothesis is the most likely I've heard so far. Yeah. You know, I mean, it could just be... Yeah, it could be something else entirely. I mean, it could be maybe that it's a red forest. It's meant to be red forest or something like that, and then just the way they've done it, it looks pink. But say, it was just very bright green and bright pink to me means algae. What we got going on here? Okay. Let's just have a look through and make sure, because I did all these pipes for the space stuff. So we have this whole delivery cannon business. So maybe I should build some of those as well. Because we've kind of got the landing pads. It feels a bit... I guess I could just build them, because I know that's a way of delivering stuff. So I might as well just have them. Bit of a pain with them needing radar though. Steel chest, pipe, concrete, heat shield. Okay. So maybe we should build them preemptively. This stuff I don't know. Space pipe. Oh yeah, there's these things as well. Signal transmitters. Chosen channel. Receiver. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe those are like one is good for a planet. Any circuit button, but chosen channel. I think I might just build them if I need them. You know, by hand, because recipe-wise, they're pretty dang cheap. Okay, so we'll leave them. So I think I will put them in, but then I also need to work out how to build the actual cargo things, which I don't even know where they are. Oh, here we go. So cargo pods, cargo rocket section component, cargo rocket section component, cargo rocket unpacking. Oh yeah, there's this packing thing. I don't know how that works. Delivery cannon capsule. Okay. So that's how you use the delivery cannons then. So it's them basically I need to build, isn't it? Because we can't. Well, I could set up proper walls. Feels like a bit pointless at this moment. But yes, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, okay. So let's set them up just so that I know I've got some, because it is a little bit complicated. I guess we could go and have a look and see where is radar being made. Because I'm just slightly aware that some of the stuff here is probably pulling in radar. There you go. So they're pulling in radar. So could I tack it onto that? What about the other one? Doesn't this need radar as well? There's some radar-y thing here? Yeah, of course, the thing. So another option would be to tack it on there in some way. So the actual steel chest, concrete, heat shielding, and radar. So that would be tougher there to build. Obviously got the heat shielding right there. Ah, that's requesting steel chests as well then. Steel chest radar. So what else does it need that that's not got? Because I could really easily tack one on there. So if this was building steel chests, big electric motors, concrete heat shielding. So what's that requesting? Steel chest, concrete, heat shielding, radar. So I could put heat shielding on. Steel chest, concrete. So literally just heat shielding is missing to be able to build them. That also needs heat shielding, but also pipe and big motors, which would be quite easy to add on. In fact, that's... I'm thinking maybe I do an underground here. Doing great, and you? Yeah, not too bad. I'm tired today, to be honest with you. I did a bit too much yesterday, if I'm honest. I was trying to cover off, not wanting to start the moan again, but obviously I worked absolutely every hour available last weekend, so there was a whole load of stuff that I pushed forward to this weekend, plus all the chores and stuff that I had to do this weekend anyway. I tried to do it all yesterday. So I woke up this morning and I was like, wow, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. So if that was on there, so if because I could bring in the other two. Let's see what it actually loads up for these two. Because we know it's got everything there apart from the heat shielding. That also needs heat shielding. I don't know where I would fit it in. I mean, we could hop it over to here somehow, but I don't think I've got enough. No. I could do a red belt, I guess. And then just sort of drag it in with a long handed, you know, like that. Because they're both missing. We could bump that up for one thing. That's not. They're cheap as chips, aren't they? You see, it's pipe. Well, how the heck did you get heat shielding? Given it's not being ordered in. That's random. Sounds like progress. I suppose it is in a sense. How the heck did this get 2 heat shieldings? Okay, confused by that. But yeah, so they both need heat shielding, you see. So we could add that on. Be a simpler solution. In fact, why don't I just add it all on? I'll put in 100 of them. And then you need pipe and big motors. Which are literally on a belt there. And would not be too hard to get over here. I wouldn't need to do that. I could just put it in here, you see. So let's do that. We'll bring pipe and big motors over. Like so. Where do they need to go? They need to go here. So, oops, that there. So have you played space exploration, Nasenna? I don't know. That I've not really asked you about. Have you played? I know you said you were sort of waiting basically for the expansion. Or tempted to, anyway. Where am I going to output this then? I guess I could swap that for that one. And then we could maybe put both of them there. No, why did I do that? What an idiot. So I want the delivery can in there. And I don't know how many. Not the cannon. Receiver thing. Oh. 1 shot fired. 3 out of 4 shaped structures remain ready. Only 1. Oh, there's 1 of 1 destroyed, so... Cool. Oh, I barely tried any mods, only things like making the night less dark, a better modular armor, and one to go through pipes, etc. Okay. Oh, we're getting some damage. Right. Okay. It'll calm down a bit. It's obviously still, you know, balancing itself up. So I could do with a couple of things. In fact, I bet they're not properly kept, are they? No, not at all. That's not good. And if there's 6 of them, I only need 8 or so, I think. Whoops. I mean, a million circuits is always nice, but let's not go too mad. Okay, cool. Right. Well, they do take a long time to charge, don't they? Oh, is that a rocket going? Oh, of course I'm doing research now. Right. So that gives me the delivery capsules and the delivery cane and things. New planet Vespa. Okay. Let's just have a quick look at that then. Vespa. Let's just have a look at the orbit first, which will just be nothing, I assume. Cool. And then Vespa itself. Okay. All very purpley. Ah, I've got another one of these thingies here. There's quite a lot of them. I didn't realise there were going to be so many. Oh. Vespa. Oh. What does that mean? Guess it means it's... Oh, is that like the resource it's got the most of? That's interesting. Okay. Vespa, view surface. Right, so... I did it again. I'll get used to these keybinds in a bit. Right. Let's just do a little bit of a circle round. Some funky colours on this one. The heck is that? Oh, it's the beryllium? Beryllium? Loads of it. Oh, okay. Is this another... Coursing crude oil, okay. So they're typed, the core seams. Okay. I had no idea. I'm just trying to reveal a bit of it, get a feel for what's going on. I've been surprised at how few planets have biters on them. I'd sort of got the impression for some reason that they were sort of biter heaven, some of these planets, but it's an out. Going to try Factorio and one other, but I never got started. Instead, replayed the vanilla game. Okay. Factorio 2 is really good. I'd say of the overhaul type mods I've played, that's probably my favourite. I really liked the way Angels had done the sort of expanded, what do you call it? Like metal processing, metallurgy and that sort of thing. Not a fan of the biology stuff that they'd done. And the combat stuff was sort of meh. But yeah, I really quite like Crash Story 2. It's just like a bit more complicated, but not stupid, you know. Okay, enough fiddling about, enough messing around. What I need to work out, Space Lab, is what? How to build cargo pods, rocket fuels, and then cargo rocket sections. Because they seem to still require low density structures and RCUs. Do you build them separately then? Or do you build them... You must build them separately. Let's have a look. Where are we going to put this? So if we pop in, say, machine there. Oh, you do build them separately. So, cargo rocket section. Key cargo rocket component. Insert into the cargo rocket silo. 100 are required per rocket. Can be recovered from rocket landings. 20% base recoverability. Okay. So what's the build time? 30 seconds? Wow, okay. So we need a bit of a production facility. I guess that's why you compress them? I assume this compressing stuff is really more for later, because this packing and unpacking. Cargo rocket sections packed for transit must be unpacked to be used in rocket construction. Because if you're moving them around, I guess you know, maybe they only stack to one or something. You know, as a normal thing. But for my purposes, basically I'm just going to stick them straight in. Or straight in as I fancy doing. I'm sure I'll stick them in a box or something. Or maybe they can't be transported by belt. We'll have to see. But yeah, we're going to need a lot of these. Let's take it up like that. Because I also need to fuel it, don't I? How do I do that then? Guess those are the inputs. Oh, have I not got any pipe? I've not got any pipe. Here they come. It's connected. Oh, the shadow's gone weird. So, where did the rocket fuel end up? Because it was all the way up here, I think. Because my assumption, with it being rocket fuel, is we would put it in that. But, no. So, perhaps we just completely reroute this and come down the back, maybe? In fact, why? I mean, does that even need to be there? Probably not. So let's just send a pipe round, kind of out of the way, ish. In fact, let's make it plenty of distance over. Like that. So that we avoid all of this cannon malarkey. Yeah, so I would recommend giving Factorio to it. And it's quite, I mean, it works quite well with like biters turned off as well. It does give you a few extra combat-y things, but it doesn't really change combat side of it. So it's not a bad one to just sort of, you know, do the building side of it. Okay, so perhaps, mayhaps, possibly, instead of this. Right, we perhaps go this way. Like so. And then we maybe... Because this isn't, you know, I'm not intending this as any kind of, oh, we're finished now thing. If you have free space in the cargo ring, consider filling it with various raw materials and materials to make scaffold, see rockets in, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, cool. So do I just literally put... Ah, so it says space capsule 1. Okay. Does that mean I can enter it? Oh, I can, okay. To avoid suffocation, please consider putting on your thruster suit and putting life support canisters in your inventory. To avoid suffocation. Suffocation is always an option. Right, so I say hopefully I can just stick this on here. I'm sure what I should actually be doing is controlling this with, you know, circuit logic and all that sort of stuff. It's probably a waste of... I just want to see it loaded in. Okay, so... Does it set that based on where you're going? Oh, it does, okay. So it's all automatic. That's quite clever. What does it do if I put novice? So apparently going nowhere. That's 49.53. Okay. So it looks like it'll just load it until it's happy, basically. So if we put just an inserter and just add on power. So I want to try and make... Where's my... There we are. Now what do you need? You need quite a bit of stuff. Quite a bit of stuff indeed. What ratios though? 4, 4, 1, 1, 4. Okay, so 4's not too many. But it's not stuff that's kind of freely available. We have RCUs here. We have low density structures there. So I could divert them I mean, it's certainly massively overproducing for what I'm actually doing in terms of these rocket launches, isn't it? Because I've not really been chugging the science, so... So yeah, one option is to devote it. The other is just to do some new builds. Down the bottom. Do these use those as well? Iron chests, okay. That's circuit, steel plate. No, so they... Pumps. It's a very bizarre mixture, isn't it? I'm tempted to split it off because, say, this is sort of idle. Also, more fun spaghetti, basically. Where might we take that? So if I was to try and maybe put it down... That's too far, isn't it? I was thinking maybe we do a combined thing. Because we need heat shields as well. And those are there. How about we just do a very complicated reroute instead? Oh, I've gone and polluted that line. Okay. So, this is coming all the way up here, going around here. So how about we do a little diversion and kind of pull them off somewhere else. Maybe we'll take them around here. Yeah, okay. So we want to split this one. We need both of those. And then this one, we only need heat shields. So we could do on that side again. Like that. So that gets us those. So we can just sort of route them down there. Breaking the cardinal rules and going behind. But that would give me those two. Those three, in fact. And then we need to make cargo rods and cargo debris. Is it worth putting some... Because these both need red circuits. Okay. It's weird what they need. It's a strange mixture. No, I don't think I'll bother. So if I try and bring those two lines in here, maybe? And then we can see how many... Excuse me, because we need quite a few. Machines making them, since we need 100 and each one takes 30 seconds. I can see what people said about, you know, kind of high grind mod, basically, because that's a lot of stuff to require for each of the cargo rockets. But then we've got the shooty bang things, the delivery capsules, so maybe that's going to be... Well, I haven't, have I? I need the actual capsules. I didn't make them. Explosives, okay. I don't think I've made any explosives. Well, it makes sense, but... Have I got explosives? Yes, I got explosives. Coal, sulfur and water. Okay. So that's something to consider then. There's an extra wrinkle. Okay, so... Hopefully that'll all be connected. It's too far away, isn't it? Okay. Well, then these need... Okay, let's do it slightly differently. Which is the... Which is which? Heat shield... That's on the... That one there. Okay. So let's do that to there. Oops. How many of these can we now fit in? 2, 3, 4 if we were cheeky. Okay. Oops. Okay. What am I looking for? Inserters. Those two. That. And then put your long-handed on. Bit of light. Okay. So then they would need heat shields and the other things. So if we bring that there. Might, because which side is that on? Oh, it is on that side. Okay, that's cool. So they're going to have everything then, apart from your cargo pods and your cargo rockets. If we were to put those on a belt there, what would that look like? If we do it that way round, so that I can potentially, if needed, double that up. Like that. Actually, other way around. So let's leave enough room for that. So that'd be an inserter, machine, inserter, and then 2 belts. So this is the earliest we could have any stuff for the other machines. Right. Okay. Now, how quickly do these take to make? So if we were to try and make cargo pods, I think I might inset it slightly. Let's have more building room. If we were to try and make cargo pods, 30 seconds each. Good lord. So we need as many of them as we got of them. I think maybe we will reduce the ambition slightly for now. I guess, I don't know if these take prods or anything. Oh, they do. Okay. Nice. And you? Yeah, you do as well. Okay. But yeah, we then need 6 of those. Crikey. Get it right in a minute. Okay. Okay. And what would you actually... You need a really random selection of stuff, don't you? But red circuits... Okay. So maybe if we try and have red circuits and that and steel coming in there... Although they're shared with the other thing, aren't they? So red circuits and steel. Did these need red circuits and steel? They need red circuits, but then you're into mad amounts of pipe. Okay. So they both need red circuits. Fast inserters. Don't need steel though. They're both slow recipes, aren't they? So I could put something on there. In theory. So this would be these lads here. So they and then red circuits as well. 30-second craft time. See, the iron chests and fast inserters are quite, you know, not that long. So So we can have one machine doing them, basically. But what's your ratios? 4, 4, 2, 6. Okay. 2, 2, 1, 1. Okay. So storage tanks do need steel. So perhaps we make this one a steel combi one. And then we can have the machine making tanks here. Where the heck are tanks? Do pumps need steel? They do. Oh, and small electric motors in this as well as pipes. So maybe pumps should be here as well. Yeah, okay. So basically, and these are a 30 second as well? 30-second craft time, okay. Get some freebies there. One meter destroyed. Cool. So they're coming in thick and fast, the old other way around. Meteors now. I think I do my red, my filter trick. We need this to move down. Inventory full. Oh, it's because. Right, so that needs to be red circuits and steel, which are there. I think I'll move that. It's weird not working with a gigantic mess of spaghetti already in place. Red circuits are there. And then steel on this one. That's annoying. In fact, that's sufficiently annoying, I might just swap it around. Because no, let's not do that. So if I just simply... I've got these gears on and basically nothing appears to use gears anymore. Let's do that then. So that gives me steel and red circuits, which kind of is key ingredients for multiple things. Okay. Oops. Right. Oh, they do need steel. Okay, that doesn't matter then, doesn't it? Cool, okay. That's fine. These do also need steel. But pipe, and then these need pipe as well, so that's fine. And that needs iron plate. That doesn't need thing. So we could maybe bring small electric motors and iron plate here. Because they are right there. So, oops, that was just like that. So, and then that. that gives iron plate and... Wait, you need that but not that, okay. Because we might be able to do something funky with direct insertion, but I'm not sure. But that only needs iron plate, doesn't it? So we can chop that off and then have it put those on about there. I think. So how long do they take? 3 seconds to craft. And this only requires one every 30 seconds, so that should be more than enough to support that, or them, rather. But then I need to get a pipe in as well. Pumps in as well, rather. So, would it be better to do something slightly different? Because these need pipe and these need pipe. So we could just do that still. And then this could output as well as grab. So if we put pipe on this, say, a bit further on down, and that would get pipe. And how long's the craft time? It's pretty quick, isn't it? 2 seconds. So that will then give it pipe because it's on there anyway. So we need the pipe on the inside, really, don't we? So I might just to make sure there's a little bit of a buffer, we'll do pipe. Actually, pipe's on the bus, isn't it? Well, call it a bus. The spaghetti. So if we bring pipe, I think, yeah, it's all the way over there. All the way over there, so it wants to come out of that. Do one of them. Like that, so that should get us pipe. This will grab pipe and put out pump. Pumpy, pipey, pipey, pump. So that should then be them sorted, I think. Can't do prods in either of these, I don't think. Weird you can in them, though. Oh, they put them on the wrong side. Or I put them on the wrong side. There we go. There we go. Oh, now this one. The bizarreness of steel and fast inserters. So steel... Oh wait, iron chests or steel chests? Iron chests, okay. Ow. I could have done something with them, couldn't I? Oh well. But then blue inserters need iron anyway, don't they? But it means setting up another odd chain. So I guess if we have... How would that work? Maybe if I do... I'm thinking maybe if I do one of those type arrangements. So then this can be the iron chests. And this can be the blue inserters, which we need to feed in yellow inserters, which we need to feed in burner inserters, which we need to feed in sticks. Because everything else, the engines, the small electric motors, the green circuits, the iron plate are all on the bus. So, what I could do is just bring the iron plate in here. Because you don't... Oh no, you need iron plate, don't you? So you might as well have it all the way. Down like that. What else could we put on the other side? I guess maybe the... Because this is just a... inserter chain. There. So if we put iron plate on there, then that's fine. An iron plate also needs to get to that one, so we might as well put the engines on there. So we want green circuits and electric motors on there. So what was that? Which one was that going to be? This was going to be green circuits, wasn't it? Yeah, so that needs to be iron plate and what should we call it? And then that's green circuits. So that needs iron plate. That needs green circuit. So no. Better off that being the engines. Okay. So iron plate and engines. Ah, red circuits has completely dried up. Why is that? Because our only plastic is not on that side of the belt. So how did that ever work? Is plastic double-sided? Supposed to be. We have no petroleum. Okay. No petroleum. Oh, because we have no oil. Right. Why ever not? Did this get... Bullet? No. No, it's just not enough oil, basically. Assume, not least of all, because we're sticking it all in our cargo rocket. I'm not even there yet. Okay. Let's have a look at the cargo rocket and all that malarkey. Yeah, so this is depending on... Wait, if we got light oil, and that's crammed with petroleum, what's going on then? Oh, it's just that those pipes were full. And this must just be an impasse. Yeah, 9.7, 14. So they're just below my threshold. So even though I'm not pulling anything out, they're just below the thresholds I've set. Okay. So it's just a lack of oil, basically. We do have a lot of oil on the map, and that is quite a low yield. And I was intending these to be, you know, the second source of oil. In fact, actually, why aren't you going to there? Oh, I bet you are, but of course when you get here... it's because... I bet this is absolutely chocker, yeah. So this station is sort of a bit redundant, isn't it? Because it's just not able to produce any sort of volume. Maybe we tweak. So rather than full, fluid count greater than... I don't know what it holds. Because I can't put it as percent. Maybe we make it say... I can never remember what it is. Let's have a look. So 25k. Okay. So 50 and oh, actually. What does this go up to? Because isn't it? It's not a lot. You know. Come here. Dang thing. Right. $50k. Okay. So set that as say 25k. Let's have a look and see how much. Oh no, I think maybe we set it as 5k or something. If that. Could even do 2 maybe. So let's set it as 2.5. Go. Lost track of where I was. We're nearly there, I think. Nearly made these things. Because that'll be affected, yeah, batteries and all sorts as well. It's almost like slapping together a base just to get things done is not a very efficient way of doing things. I can't believe that, though. So I was going to put motors on this as well, wasn't I? And then this one needs the electric. And that one needs the other one, I think. So we want iron plates and motors on this. Which motors? I'm not putting motors on here. Bum. Okay. How do we make motors then? How do we make motor? There. It's an iron gear wheel and an iron plate. And it's only you that needs it. In that case, how about we make this iron plate and gear wheels instead. Oops. Not too far down. There. Because that needs to go there. Okay. I got that all wrong, haven't I? Wait, what the heck have I done there? Oh no, that was not what I meant to do. I meant to do that across there. So I think I made that a lot more complicated than it needed to be. But basically this one then we could get to make single cylinder engines. And then you need iron plate, do you? So do that. So that gets them to there. You then need the blue ones, and you need the actual circuits. Okay. So the blue ones we can get no problem here. It's because I think I took it off in the wrong order, basically. Oops, that was there. And then this needs to be green circuits. Right. Crikey. Hopefully that's everything. Hopefully that works. Let's see if it starts making these things. I mean, one thing I've not done is put a blooming inserter on. Does that get you everything you need? Are you going to start making things? Well, it needs 4 iron chests. Okay. I mean, these can pump them out, but we don't have stack inserters yet. In fact, I think they're... Oh, no, we do. When did I do them? Okay. To some extent, this is more, you know, like a throughput thing, really. The belt is just not able to deliver enough. So hopefully that's okay. Do you need 4 of those as well then? 2 fast inserters. And you're now not getting iron because you wouldn't be. Yeah. And eventually I guess it will self-balance because that'll sort of fill up and then this will get more iron. What I could also do is put a secondary feed on. Might also, if I just take that off, it might help a bit. Okay, anyway, we've got both of the things. So what we then need to do is bring them up here. And see if this makes the parts. See, it's now stuck, basically. Red circuits are down to a trickle again. I guess because more oil is probably needed. Full stop, really. Yeah, these are all empty. Where have you gone, my friend? Oh, and that's not really coping with the oil stuff either. So yeah. Could tap that extra patch as well. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Ah, we are making cargo sections. Oh, and this is going all the way over there, and it doesn't really need to. Okay. Have we made any of these? Do these... Yeah, speed -10, so... might actually be better. Speed things up a bit. Because 3's great and all, but... fast is also good. Right. Red circuits is the issue. And part of the reason for doing the whole big green circuits build was so that I could extend and do red circuits. Because red circuits are unchanged, I believe. Oh, there's loads of signals missing there, isn't there? I wonder how I ended up with that. Because I can basically copy this and then I don't have to put it on a train, is the point. So I could just have the feed out of the green circuits coming this way. And then we need to make local... local plastic. And of course we've got copper as well. So, you know, we could just steal it from this one. Or, you know, steal it from the duplicate, basically. So, the question is, should I do that? I mean, given it's going to take 80 more, I mean, I guess at least, you know, we're not we're not taking any more oil for fuel at the moment. But red circuits are really just dead, aren't they? So that hurt our ability to make these things. How close are we? About a quarter of the way. Okay. Yeah, let's go and make ourselves another green circuit build and turn it into a red circuit build. So, I think I'm going to use the tank as a bit of a storage thing. We're going to need quite a lot of rail. I think I might put these modules in here. Turn that down. Have I got these on order, or have I just randomly ended up with a binding pad? I think I'm going to just stick it next to it here. I don't know if it needs to be powered. Okay. We'll need some more stations. And we need a lot more rail. What else? So rail, power things. I mean, I could just copy and paste it now, couldn't I? Maybe copy it there. Nope. Oops. There. So it's essentially exactly that again. Bit rubbish putting the connections right next to each other. So what I could maybe do when we get over there is just sort of rework that. In fact, I could do it remotely now, can't I? Because it's all radared. Radared. So we need a straight bit. Oh, actually, put the T-junction in first. And then put the straight bit on top. And then put connecting thing. In fact, if I use that one. No, I've done it the other way around. So if I do that one. God, that's dark. And then put the straight bit on top. That should compensate. We're going to need more trains, though, aren't we? Cool. Okay. We will also need... Well, let's... Again, use the tank. So if we put the modules in... So absolutely stuff the modules there. Was it? Oh, it's only 50-50 on this. It's the smelting that has more. So actually, we'd be better off probably. Well, how many does it have? Oh, wait, tell me, won't it? But if we have 80 machines, at the very most, that's going to be 160. And I've got 200 in there, so if I take that down to 50 on me, pop that up to 200, and get them ordered in. We could also put the rail in there so that we're covered up on that. I think maybe that's enough for the tank. I'm going to leave the trains for now. Where are they picking up from? Stone tablets is right here, isn't it? Yeah, so we could stack stone tablets, no problem. Copper would be a little bit more difficult. Wow, it's not delivering anything like the copper we need. So this is the bit of this I don't quite get, because I seem to have ended up with a lot less resources than I would expect. And yet I'm having to do massive production, so I don't know if I'm meant to be using some of these other, moons to bring stuff in. But otherwise I'm going to have to do tons of annoying biter clearance. Because they're not sort of big enough to really be close enough to be a challenge as such. It just gets a bit tedious clearing them out. Because artillery... In fact, how close is artillery? Okay, so it only requires the space science pack as well. It's 2,000 though. They're no more expensive though, are they? Because that's what we need, some industrial biter clearance capability. So we'll put them in there. Take that down to 50 as well. Is it bringing me the rail? Or is it just not bothering? There it comes. So that's the rail. I don't know that I need 600. That's probably 500. We need more machines, don't we? More assemblers, because it was like 80. Inevitably we'll run out of belt and stuff, but we can kind of do that later. Shorten the journey for them. One of the things I haven't made, isn't there a life support thing? Have I built one of them? But I think I used the ones I built here, didn't I? Biddly Bob? What's Biddly Bob? Oh, another coronal mass ejection, okay. That'd be nice. Get a tan? Cool. How are we doing? I think we're pretty much there. Let's go and head off. Yes, so the sneaky peeky buildings, the Easter egg. I was a bit focused on what we're doing because I'm quite keen to actually get into space by the end of this. I didn't want to get into, building capsule things and then realise what I've just realised, that it needed a big scaling up. But yes, the expansion Easter egg was quite interesting. It was it's one of those things where it's difficult to tell if you're what do I keep clicking there that causes it to lose? I'm sure I'm only left clicking. Whether you're sort of reading too much into it with like the order. It's like, well, does it mean anything, or is it just those of the icons are grabbed in that order sort of thing? Or is it an actual hint that the pipe building is the last one you get? Sounded from one of the things I saw that I don't know whether they agreed to put the Easter eggs in. I mean, some of them are clearly just slips. They're clearly just whoops. Didn't properly redact that, or didn't properly, didn't plan for that to be there, type of thing. But that was clearly absolutely 100% a deliberate thing. But I don't know that they agree between them what they're actually going to do. Because there must be a limit. There's because you could just spoil the entire thing, couldn't you? Just stick it in Easter eggs and just the entire thing gets spoiled. But did you change your mind about the Domi building coming from Aquilo instead of Bacchus because of the order? Yes, I did, yeah. I'd sort of... one of the things with it is it was difficult to understand what that building might be, because it does look like it's got a big suction thing on it, rather than it doesn't make sense as a, and obviously, I mean, it could be anything, but it doesn't make sense as a sort of a organic type building. Why would you have a big suction pump on it, and what would it do? But the other one looked like actual, what do you call it? What's happened there? you know, you could almost envisage it being, you know, containers of fluid, basically, of some kind of, say, algae or something like that. It just sort of looked like that, whereas the pump one, it's like, well, what's it doing? But then I remembered, you know, the whole tungsten is used in heating, tungsten filaments, you know, and obviously used to be, I suppose still are, incandescent light bulbs are tungsten filaments. And it just seemed like that made a lot more sense to me than why would you need a big drooping, you know, pump thing. I mean, it could be that both of those buildings are on Bacchus, because you could imagine, you know, the algae, it sucks up the algae basically, so it goes in the water and just sucks up the algae. And then the other one reacts it, but sort of why? It doesn't. So I think basically we're getting like bioplastics and things like that. I think that's the real thing. My wild and mad ideas aside. Because one of the things that's been missing is, you know, the two new. Do we know that on for the Falgora one? We know it makes. All these new buildings seem to make low density structures, because of course you need them for rocket parts. But then they also make sort of the appropriate intermediate, you know, steel and copper, for example, on Volcanos. But it doesn't make plastic. And plastic, our only source on Volgora is oil that we need water for, that we don't, you know, so that we could crack it, and we don't have a very good source of water. Or the scrapping, and the scrapping ratio percentage thing means that I think everything will be in relatively short supply. And then even if it wasn't, you can't, you know, you can only build a tiny little factory basically, until you can do the landfill thing. So that to me all suggests that we need a building that's much more productive for plastic. You know, it gets the massive prod bonus like the others do. And so that being via, because you're processing biological material, you know, sort of makes sense as well. But yes, I did change my opinion of where that was from. I'll be honest, I'm not sure I really ever thought it was on that planet. I still wish they'd tied the colours in. You know, that the electromagnetic building was super fast rather than just, you know, effectively that its built-in bonus was to speed rather than productivity. But you know. So I think if you're going to have colour coding, then you should stick with colour coding, basically. It's fine. I think he's just messing with us by changing the order. I think it's more likely than showing those three buildings in the old picture, unless Bacchus was not that complete, so they just put the Aquila building there instead. Yeah, it could be. It's difficult to know, isn't it? Because, as I say, it doesn't sound like they have a plan sometimes, because from what I understand of how it was written, I'm not sure that the whole map gen thing wasn't like finished like last week, or effectively, you know, really recently, because it just seems to be written in that way of it didn't. And also, as I pointed out in my first one, the ore gen just looks like it's going to be a problem, because you've got loads of patches that are half, you know, off the edge of the new map gen, because it's obviously not, you know, if your map gen is based on, you know, an island like that, and then you do your ore patch gen so that it has big spots in it. Oh, getting some damage again. Oh. And then you change how your map gen works. The ore patches are still going to be plucked on the same way, and so it seems to be sort of cutting them off a lot. So I think that probably needs a tweak, if not a proper redesign, like I was suggesting. But, or possibly some more, sort of a, what do you call it? An adjuster in the algorithm, so that it goes right. Well, I've just worked out this patch is going to be half off the land, so just move it in a bit, just to avoid every patch being chopped off by water, But yeah, which is something you'd expect they would do or fix or what have you, if it had already been done. Which again causes me to slightly, worry. I'm not worried. Well, they did it right rather than anything else, but made me feel again that maybe we're not gonna. It's not actually gonna, get to us. We're not gonna get it by the end of this year, basically. How are we doing? We must have nearly used up all this belt. Coal. Again, some jobs just easier for me to do. I'll use up what little battery power. So did I get all the railing? I think I got most of the railing. Let's turn the bots on, let them do the fiddly bit. I see why they do their productivity thing on all of them, because the buff being so huge, it would mean that you would still need to make huge factories for some items, but the foundry parts will be small in comparison, so I guess it's all about another level of scale. So the quality aspect of it as well. At first, I kind of dislike the all-new main production building. We'll have 50% productivity. I'll cry if we don't get this in autumn, yeah. I say, there's just the odd... I don't know, I suppose maybe I was expecting that they wouldn't start telling us about stuff until it was like feature complete, and that it was like the polishing and refinement and bug fixing and play testing and all of those sorts of things before they really started telling us about stuff. But it feels a bit more like they're still adding features now. So you can take that two ways, I guess. It's either good that they're still open to good ideas and changes, and like the map gen, basically, that Arendelle comes along and goes, well, I've done this. I've done this even better version. Can we put it in, please? And so we still get lots of improvements to everything. But also, if he's fiddling about doing that, he's not doing concept art, is he, for, for all the other planets, etc. Okay. If we do train limits, maybe, just as a crude one. I'll have to investigate this coal mining thing. See if that's like some super secret, amazing volume thing. Did I put a limit on that one? I did. I don't really need to. How are we doing? So much stone. I suppose there's always Satisfactory or something. Maybe they'll, you know, if we don't get Factorio, we could all start a big Satisfactory run. While we wait. Assuming they get even close to releasing when they want to. Nearly out of stuff. I don't think we need that to be so big anymore. Well, actually, let's do it that. Because we are going to have to extend up for the red circuits. How are we actually doing? 440. And we have... Because I need to decide what I'm putting in it. I haven't actually got a clue what's a good stuff to put in it. Well, there's nothing queued up on the belt, and I can't really tell. So I assume, you know, it would pop out a thingy. But yeah, this lack of red circuits means we're probably only trickling them out anyway. There you go. I hope there are new challenges in the new end game, like some planets having a tough time against enemies or whatever. At least it seems the production itself is quite a big milestone to reach, so that's nice. Yeah, I mean specific challenges. You mean as in sort of production stuff? Because I'm sure there'll be new achievements, which would give us a whole load of new stuff to do. I was always a bit surprised. I've said this a few times that because they put the achievements in. And then added quite big features. So, nuclear was added to the game after the achievements were in. So there are no achievements for nuclear, which I always thought was a bit of a, you know, bit of a shame really that, you know, there couldn't be a. I mean, it didn't even have to be for nuclear. It could be a mega power one. You could have one that was, you know, produce 10 terawatts of power or something, and the best way to do it, of course, for nuclear, but yeah, so because you know they've got solar achievements and burner, boiler achievements basically, but none for nuclear. But yes, I'm sort of hoping that the last planet is actually quite tough. You know, it's quite difficult to do, not to the extent of it putting people off, but. I wouldn't mind a sort of a really complicated, and I say that's why I was talking about the melting, because that could end up being quite complicated, because you could do it, so they could do it via, you know, Steam sort of thing. You could have options, but if you've got to take everything to Aquila and use heaters and maybe space heaters as well, which I'm still not convinced that the Christmas tree one wasn't more of a tease than, you know, than was kind of obvious, as it were, that I'm completely out of all of that stuff, aren't I? You know, that it was perhaps actually that's a proper base on Aquila, and, you know, the snow was just an add-on for the time being, but we're going to have to deal with snow and all that sort of stuff. And that you've got to keep the engineer warm and, you know, all of those sorts of things. I would quite like for it to be properly tough planet, basically. I think that might be quite interesting. So, if I just grab them for now. Because I think we put all the machines in. But yeah, I think that's that's going to be like the major logistic challenge. I think that's probably where it's going to come from. Is you need to move everything to Aquila in order to just build the machines and stuff like that. Which is part of why I think there's this locking of machine building to the planets, because, you know, otherwise why not just ship? Because we know now this is effectively infinite. It's got ridiculous amounts of iron and copper and, you know, basic resources. All of the others are a pain to build on. So why would you just not you know, ship everything to Alvis and build it there. Well, because you can't. You're not allowed to. So yeah, I think that's then a double challenge. You've got to ship everything around full stop, but you've also then got to ship everything to Aquila to do whatever the end game actually is. Okay, I think I'm completely out of stuff, aren't I? Yeah. Now, we did have a power pole here, and that was getting the power. Okay, so I need to provide that. Right, let's have a look and see what we're actually missing. Actually. No. Thing. What we're actually missing is 800 bell, 60 under, so we would probably need a few more splitters, but I could probably hand make them. 254 fast inserters. Okay, that's the blocker. And one light. Where is that light missing from? Oh, I haven't got any lights. Okay. So if we slap that up to like 300, and then we can turn some of the others down. Let's go and stick. Okay, I did not know that. I assume it's about the achievements. So I'm pretty sure it will have achievements, but whether they will be, you know, particularly interesting ones, I don't know. Only costs 200 times before you get your first 40 uranium 235. Yeah. That would be yeah. Yeah, I mean that would be a perfect one, as I say. It could have been, you know, something related to producing uranium or, you know, those types of things, and say instead there's just absolutely nothing related to it as well. You know, the achievement could simply have been mine your first uranium, you know, or something like that. But it's like Spidertron and Artillery don't have any achievements, even though those are big features. It's because they were all added after they put achievements in. I remember when they added the achievements, I was like, oh, that must mean it's really close. And it was like 2 years before it was actually then finished. It was actually there's actually it's like an interview with Kovarex. I think it's years since I watched it, and it kind of burnt out basically on Factorio. You know, in development, because it had been such a long and hard slog sort of thing, that I say sort of burnt out. I was actually talking about, I think so the sort of secret reason that the quality is in it, I think, is because one of the things that I'm pretty sure that interview mentioned, or another one, was that basically, you know, they did the WoW Classic, and I think that almost sort of, how to phrase it, like revived his interest in just gaming full stop. And they took a massive break, or he did, in order to basically just play WoW Classic. I think it was actually in Friday Facts, but the timing kind of works. And that's kind of why quality's in the game, is my suspicion, that because there are those exact same levels, you know, it was just almost a bit of fun, you know, something different and weird to just revive his interest. I'm obviously massively speculating about things I have no actual information about, but it just felt, you know, like that maybe was the case. Getting a lot of attacks coming in. Oh, is this another? Wait, I think that was just a. What? I know a bot's just died then, but was that a meteor strike? I didn't get a notification. I wonder if it tell me what it was. Nope. Oh. Oops. Nope. Theory about some heating aspects of the last planet seems like the obvious way to go, but who knows? Yeah, I mean, we don't appear to have any kind of... I was sort of hoping that, you know, Volcanus would have a... You'd have to have a cooling suit, you know, a sort of a way of cooling yourself, you know, cooling yourself down. Machines, you know, I could find, but that would be a good way of kind of soft introducing the mechanic. You know, if you literally had to do the opposite. Like this has got the life supports, basically. Which I don't really know how it works. I built some, but I don't really know how we use them and stuff. But if it had that sort of soft introduction to managing heat via Volcanus, and it was just literally for the player, you know, on their own, as it were, and then it could have been expanded up into the thing. It also possibly introduces... Because I don't know that we're going to have a good way of moving fluids about between planets. Even though we've got an entire planet that's just basically a massive oil reserve. It doesn't look like we're going to have any way of easily moving it about. Because I don't know about you, but I don't fancy sending 1 billion barrels into space. So unless we get a fluid rocket of some description... That might be a bit of a pain, but it would have opened quite an interesting for a weird opportunity that you could use now, like turbines on Nalvis, and you know, well, Volcanus doesn't have water either, does it? As such, but it has the byproduct steam, and you could have just filled an entire rocket with steam and use it to, you know, heat your factory on Aquila, which would have been quite bonkers, I think, but it would have been quite cool. But yes, I didn't get any impression that we would have to manage heat on Volcanus. Okay, so I forgot to put the train down, didn't I? I should have put the train down. It's just trickling in some inserters, so we're a long way off on that. Okay, so we'll call that done for now and let it build some more. I could steal some of them, I suppose, as well. Since it's not going to be doing anything else. Not let me steal them. Okay. I don't know the details at the moment, but I think there are multiple viable ways of handling logistics of the special resources. Sending calcite, tungsten, or through space logistics, or its intermediates, etc. The weight's going to be the biggest limiter, I think. Because of how they've done, you know, if you want to send tungsten ore, yeah, that's probably the most, like, the highest number of items you could send. Oops. So that might be the simplest thing to do, is just to send that. But then, as you say, do you process it first and, you know, send it over, or what have you? I think I said, well, it was here yesterday, wasn't it, that, you know, there's this expression of players will optimise the fun out of any game. And hopefully they can make the things sufficiently complicated that it takes us a long time to get to that point, you know. Because one of the magics of this game is the whole, you can do what you want, basically. There is no optimal way to play, really. Maybe from a UPS FPS point of view, and, you know, you're doing some 50,000 science a minute megabase. But as a general rule, just build what you want, you know. As we were kind of saying yesterday. So yeah, I hope we end up with such complicated problems that You know, there is no real obvious best way to play. Oops. Let's get these in. Let the VODs do the rest. Okay. Last bit. Billy Bob. 4 shots fired, but only 2 destroyed. Okay. Oh, that was in orbit. Huh, do they have an accuracy thing? That's interesting. Or did I misread that? 2 out of 4 meters destroyed. 0 out of 2 meters destroyed. Okay. Maybe it's just taking a long time to charge them then? Oh, unless... Not out of ammo. Yeah, it's the charge thing. Okay. Oh, and it's actually hammering my power. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Oh, and it wouldn't be too difficult to extend this because... Oh. Not for the solar, although batteries is going to be a problem, isn't it? Probably oil. Okay. Right. Off you go, bots. Do your thing. And the bottleneck would be the handling, the output from the landing station on each planet, I suppose. I've never even been worried considering the high quality requirements they themselves have. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any worries about that. It would be interesting. It would be. I still don't quite understand, you know, like get how it's going to work. Because we sort of had some very hand-wavy explanations of sort of like, you know, there don't really seem to be a proper. This is how you get back, you know, down to the planet, and this is how, you know, movement between platforms and planets works. Because this obviously has these cargo rockets. And the shooty thing and what have you. But it just seems to be a bit vague and hand-wavy. At the moment. So I don't know if that's just literally, that's still something they're working out. It's like when we saw the, whatever it's called, the actual drop-off platform thing. It was basically all just placeholder. Which you'd think, given that was the major mechanic, they'd be a bit further along with. Or like the platforms, you know, if the whole thing is about the platforms, they're only just doing the art for that, you know, when they were introducing it. So that's where my fears about maybe we won't get it this year come from. But you never know. What are we doing? Nearly there. We're out of fast inserters anyway. difficult. So we needed a few more splitters, didn't we? We also need trains. Now how am I fueling the trains here? At the other end? Yes, okay. And then here as well? Yes, okay. So, I just need to put a little bit of fuel in. Enough fuel to get these to work. And I just realised I only got one, haven't I? Okay. So, we want to copy. Which is this? This is the copper one. Why is that just saying load? Is that not renamed? Oh, it isn't. Dun dun dun. Copper. Oops. Load. Okay. Auto. Yeah, so the problem here is the lack of actual copper. I mean, there is a patch kind of right next to it. Woo, look at that. I mean, we're coping, as you can see, but yeah. It would be nice to have more copper. Or copper ore, rather. Okay. Shove these in. Doodly doodly do. What I do need to do, though, don't I? I need... Oh, I don't really need 3... well, what do we need? $39. Okay, so we can set that on 100 again. But we do need chemical labs. There we go. So if we set that on, because we're going to need plastic at some point. Because I don't get coal liquefaction. Yeah, we need multiple space-related sciences, so we can't just use that cheat. Oh, what are we missing? 2 splitters. Okay. We need another train. In fact, we probably need 2 more trains, so if we just set that on, if not more. 4 and 8 for now. I've got a load of track and modules in the thingy. Tank. So we need another train for that one. And then we've got the green circuits. Like, oops. I guess I should set the plastic up so that I can ship it elsewhere as well. Certainly need to be able to drop off coal, don't I? So, let's have that coal station. There's a small amount of coal here. Oh, 3.4, that's not too small. Okay. I guess I need to be prepared to have coal dropped off, but maybe not actually set it up as such. Ah! There appears to be 1 times rocket. Excellent. 1 times rocket. So, end of the stream, we will send ourselves... Oh, it's still putting stuff in. Okay. I'm going to do it as a, cheat, basically. I'm just going to launch myself up there, see what's going on. So, I'll just take that off for now, and we'll take these out. Oh, they literally stack to 1. Okay, so that's why you want that whole thing going on. But yeah, I'm just going to cheat, just do it as a launch myself up. See what space is all about. See how quickly we use through these things and stuff like that. So we will literally do that at the end. Oh, I like that little... That's the fuel, obviously. Just literally do it. So I'm not going to take anything with me or anything like that. Although my understanding is I can... I could die. I mean, I might take a capsule with me as in... and maybe if it does go okay, and I just have a wander around, see what's going on, and then come back. I say we'll do it as a save the game and do it. Right, are you bringing me stuff? You're bringing me stuff. Honestly, didn't. I wondered if it would actually complete because of how many red circuits it seemed to need. So I need to put those in. That's the copper coming in. Cool EO. So yeah, I'm thinking. One thing is we put a train up, basically, or a line in. But then oh, that's a point. I need miners then, don't I? Oh, and I need pump jacks. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Lucky for some. 13 of those. And then, what do we reckon? That patch is probably same sort of size as that one. That's got 115 miners on it. So if we do 100, where are they? There they are. 100 of them on. I've got a load of track in the thing, got a load of modules, it's brought me some refineries and etc. Got some stations, let's just build another one there. Yeah, so I'm thinking we do like a track up here, and I can just obviously hop this over with the thing. But that would then give me the option, if I wanted to also load this onto a train, I could do a branch there. But I can also then do a branch here, if and when I want to bring coal in. But instead we'll just mine it. So if I put... Oh, it doesn't actually appear to have laid that down properly. It's missing the power poles. Okay. But yeah, we'll do that up to there. Will we? We'll have to see. Like that. Yeah, so there's we'll lay the track down sort of thing, but not actually put the stations on. Or I mean, yeah, we probably need to put the things to see where how big they'd be, basically. Although I could always put the station on this side, couldn't I? They really are taking a great deal of interest in my copper outpost. Okay. Yeah, guess we'll finish off the thing, put the last doobies in, inserters. Chugga. Pop that on there. So, give you a little bit of fuel. Where is it? There it is. Okay, anything missing from here? Any little bits that it's not done? Nope. Okay, turn that off. Oh, of course, it's in the tank, isn't it? You're not back yet. No. Okay. So the question here is if I just continue this line up, what happens with the oil field? Where is the oil field? Oh, yeah, overlaps. Okay. So we'll probably have to divert around that. Let's put all the signals in. Diddly-dee. Diddly-dee-dee-dee. Okay. No, we're doing 515. Okay, we can certainly put the coal mine in. Get that done. Now, if we were to assume that that was the corner, so it would overlap actually. I don't really need this last bit, do I suppose? In reality. So if that was a corner there, then we could put a station in there. We could also obviously put one here somewhere. Okay. And then use that power there. Let's turn you lot off. And we want that one. I think so. This is the sort of thing of why I turn decoratives off as like a routine thing, because you can't really tell where the patches are. You know, like where the edges are and stuff like that. Kind of got into the habit of just turning them off. Yeah, there's a bit down here, isn't there? Something like that, maybe. Oh, and that belt's all backwards anyway. Okay. So if I... Well, actually... Let us take out the... Oops. Where would they be? They'd be in here, wouldn't they? Mining drills. I guess I could take the belt out since it's backwards. And then flip it to that. Line it up in the same way. I'm going to do this because it's a bit messed up. Oh, I've done it. No, I've messed it up. Anyway. Because that's all gone wonky. What the heck's happened there? It has all gone wonky. Doing this messing about for like 4 bits of coal. Right, okay. was there. Not being incompetent would be a huge help as well, wouldn't it? Coal. There's coal here? Yeah, there's coal there, isn't there? Okay. Oops. Oh. That. Diddly 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 doo. Assume there's nothing under there. Okay. That's just the edges. Nice. There's coal here. There ambi coal in there. Patches. What about you? In you go, you go. Okay. Let's just put these in now. See what the line lengths look like. Yep. Yeah. Fiddly bob. 2 meteors destroyed. Oops, it didn't do this bit. Okay, so there's that as well. So that's only like half a thing, isn't it? So maybe if I route this one round the back. That's a heck of a long way to go. Crossing the streams here. It's all mostly on the right there, so perhaps do that. And then add that on as well. And that gets us 4. I mean, it won't. It's not going to be quite 4 lanes of coal. Diddly bob. Oh, okay. Let's pop. Oops. Let's pop you guys on. Do all the tedious stuff. You seem to have stopped working, bots. Why have you stopped working? Oh. Damned. Underground. Okay. Okay. Right then. Because the question really is how much red circuits am I actually going to try and produce? Because this, I think, does like half a lane. We could plop it down and see. It has built-in green circuit production, so it's not really a good template to use. You kind of need to get rid of that, but to give me a feel, I guess. And I could steal half of it, couldn't I? But if we go and have a look at that plopped in. Let's find a bit of land that's easy to do. Oops. Maybe if I just get rid of the belt. Just want to see the maths on it, basically. What is the maths? Because I don't really need those two. I think these provide enough wire for the actual red circuit part. Have we got enough? Yeah. Should have enough modules. Bot's doing the old random build again. That's it, chaps. You just build what you want to build. It's all fine by me. All good. So it's not really a one to use. I'm going to power it because the flashing. Oh, I've not powered it. Oh, because this doesn't have a wire connection. Okay. Right. How much does this actually produce? This produces 0.2 of a transport belt. I think when it upgrade, you know, the upgraded one is like gets to half a belt or something. But it's only 0.2 of a transport belt. But it requires a third of a transport belt of those. So if we were to try and make that amount of plastic, how would that work? I mean, I do have... Should I use that? I'm noticing I'm tending to rely on my... like existing builds. To a weird degree. But it's a bit like when I did Angel's playthrough and discovered that Angels kind of does absolutely nothing to change any of the recipes for how you build anything. Obviously it introduces extra buildings, but it doesn't... You make green circuits in exactly the same way and belts in exactly the same way. It's just the actual raw materials that you produce very differently. So we haven't quite got enough modules in there. Okay, where's my tank now? Okay. I'm also going to connect this to some power, so it stops flashing at me. Ah, it hasn't taken the recipe. I guess it must be different, but it uses the same ingredients. I guess it's changed in some way. Yes, but that would produce. It would require a third of a transport belt of coal. It would produce 0.8 of a belt coming in. So if that's 0.4 and that's 0.8, so that could support 2 of these. You know, numerically sort of thing. It would require 0.5 of about nearly of copper. Copper's going to be the bottleneck then, isn't it? Because to say that would produce 2 of them, which would be then 0.4 of a belt-ish. So if we wanted to try and do a single red belt, we would need 5 of these. That would then require 5 times as much there, so it'd be 1.5-ish, belts of plastic, which would be 2 of those, and would only require a single belt of coal. That feels like that recipe has been adjusted. What would it then also require? It would then also require I mean, that's overproducing copper, isn't it? So no, it isn't. There you go. It is now. But it's only half a belt of, so a single belt of copper. No, we won't need 5 times as many. So it'd be 2 belts of copper, 2 belts of green circuits. Yeah, okay. What did we learn? We learnt that we could build something that involves 5 times as many machines there, and that gives us a belt of red circuits. Okay. The question then is, how do I fit all of that in? I'm starting to think maybe what I should do is like curve the main line up around here, because then it would also go straight up there. So if we curve up like that, and then coal station, when if and when it's needed, I could just fit it in. So in other words, instead of doing this as a straight line here, we work up here. I quite like that idea, I think. I quite like that idea. That is an idea I quite like. Yeah. So, I guess I need to kind of clear that out-ish. Yeah. Okay. So we could then basically use that as our "this is where we build it" line. The green circuits. Let's turn you off for a bit. Effectively use that as sort of a weird semi-bus. How are we doing on time? 5:35, okay. Oops. Somebody blew up my railway track. Blooming vandals. Do that. Okay. Like that. Right. Okay. I'm just trying to think what I should do before I kind of end, as it were. I guess. So we've got like 20 minutes. If I just sort of pop in some railway track, I think, and then we'll come back to red circuits. Well, I might try and do them during the week, depending on what the unrealistic expectations are from the person who's meant to be running this project. Okay. Yeah, we'll pop this in. That. No flashback. Think about what might need prepping. It might be worth taking into orbit for purposes of returning, more than anything else. Just so that I can see what it's all about, what's up there. See how quickly the life support things last, and so how many I'd probably need. Hopefully not too many. Right, let's put some of this rail back in here. So, maybe have a couple of those. A whole bunch of modules. I've just got trash. Let's turn it into landfill where we can. Okay, can't do any more. Yeah, so red circuits next time, I think. We could get rid of the... Oh, actually, I could put the pump checks on, couldn't I? Oops. Get rid of them. I've got to set it up, just put them in and... One missing, yeah. Put the pods in. So they are ready to go. Cool. And we can zero that out. Nice. I say, I mean, I might actually, depending on, it's really dependent on how much time I get. But I might try and also build blue circuits here. You know, just as a small little extra thing, but I'm not too fussed about that because we are producing blue circuits under the assumption that red circuits are there. And they seem to be used in high numbers in few of these new buildings, but we don't need a lot of the new buildings, so it's not proving too problematic. But yeah, we shall see. Yeah. Right then, so space. I'm going to take that down to 500 so that I got a bit of room. So I'm not really intending this as a... Oh, I should get rid of labs and stuff, I guess. Hmm? Oh, was that the coronal mass ejection thing? Why did that get damaged? Or maybe a bot fell on it or something? That seems a bit weird. Oh, I didn't... Did I do the trains? Yeah, I did the trains. But we don't need... Well, we might do. Don't know. What was I going to put in the cart? I was going to put the chemical labs and the refineries and then set those to 0. I'm pretty sure we won't be able to use them. So I have no clue what it's worth taking. So I guess that one thing would be like the capsules and stuff. So if I maybe take a landing pad with me, I don't know if there is one there. I can't remember. I could have a look, couldn't I? I wonder what that means. Threat. What was I going to do? Now this orbit. View surface. Where's my job here? Yeah, so there is a capsule there. It's got some fish and some things in, but fish are toxic in this? Really just trying to get up and see what it's all about, really. Space capsule. Does it need fuel? Enter the capsule. It can be used for personal transport between zones as an emergency escape pod and the construction of a cargo rocket. Okay. So, it's not that, it's that one. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to order one anyway. I've got a landing pad. Got a landing pad. Got a space capsule. Let's just, you know, go mad. Let's do a rocket silo as well. And then maybe these cannons and stuff as well. Or just one of them or something. Maybe one of these. Dunno. Dunno. Don't think I'll need really any of these anymore. Might be worth popping a few around since we seem to have struggled to do the power. I mean, I don't think rail works. Isn't there like a special space rail or something? I guess I could take some rocket fuel. I don't know if that... Rocket fuel doesn't... Oh, it's already in there. Rocket fuel doesn't seem to fuel rockets, apart from the original satellite one. So let's at least have some rocket fuel. Should I put that up to 100 maybe? We do need to swap that over. Alright, it's got... Increases life support efficiency by 100% additive. If installed in a non-space suit, efficiency by halved. Increased life support efficiency by additive. What the heck does that mean? Oh, have I done that in the middle? I've done that in the middle of the night, haven't I? Jetpack. So they are 100 kilowatts each. 10 kilowatts. Megawatts. And what do these produce? Electric capacity. Yeah, I just done that in the middle of the night, basically, so... We got no juice. Okay. I mean, what I don't have is a space lab, basically. I could try and make one of them. What would that require extra? So it's just that I don't have enough stuff, isn't it? So if I do that, probably bring me all the other replacing material. Are we charging yet? We're charging. Okay. Okay. So once we've got some labs, are there any other researches? Because we're at the sort of, I mean, I think one of these is a gateway one, isn't it? Is it that one? Yeah, that one's a sort of a kind of a gateway one because we need the space science pack. So I might as well start that off then, really, hadn't I? And say that then opens up all of these things that require that pack. Okay. So I'll probably get there and discover that's absolutely vital and I can't possibly do anything without it. But let's make a science lab first. Even though I think there was one up there. Wasn't there? Trashed one, maybe. Cayenne Deep Space Transfer. Actually, colour. It says them by colour, does it? Okay. Is this red then? Red. Okay. Bit on the nose. How are we doing? We still can't make one. Why not? Can we use a... Oh, it has to be made in a space assembly machine. Okay. And I can't make one of those because I haven't got heat. Okay. Interesting. So I could go and grab some heat shielding. And then I could have one of them ready, I guess. Need to get on with this. Really that? Cool. So I go and got one of them. Cool. Yeah, last 10 minutes. Let us blast ourselves into space. Cool. Right. So I'm sure, I should be putting loads of stuff in and what have you, but yeah, whatever. Boop. If stranded, you can use the respawn shortcut. Oh! Noises. Okay. Do I not have any bots then? Smart for deconstruction. Oh, wow, okay. So you've skid off the platform, okay. It's interesting. So smart for deconstruction, why are bots not doing anything then? Like special space bots? Oh, no. Because I'm a dumbass. That's very silly. Right, let's grab all my stuff. Oh, right, it's all come as scrap, has it? Okay. Well, this isn't all my stuff then, is it? Maybe it is. Alright, you do the hoovering up thing anyway. The controls on the right, I really don't like the controls on this because it's tank oops. Tank controls, but like a really rubbish version of it. So if we get a steel chest, maybe pop that down. We can use steel chest in space then. That's cool. And then we start putting scrap in there. In fact, maybe if we just put... I brought a load of trains with me. Why did I do that? Oh, I've got 2 capsules. Okay. Oh! Where did that one go? So we put that in there. Maybe put that in there. Take all of that to there. We need tons of scrap. Marvellous. So you've got some of those. Now this emergency, but you have not yet researched space capture navigation, so the only valid option is an emergency burn. Research space capture navigation to unlock more options. Okay. This landing will compromise the capsule. Capsules are only... Okay. Capsules are only suited for passengers and can't be automated. They are not fit for cargo transport or long distance travel. Okay. How many of these are we using then? Efficiency of life support consumption in life support buffer. Does that mean with those or without? What happens if I start deconstructing things? Oh, this was... I guess this was unloading from a train, a spaceship, basically. This is all knackered, isn't it? We've got loads of sulphur and stuff. Okay. So it's kind of pointless bringing a load of this stuff with us, wasn't it? So we can't use it in space. Can I use regular power bars in space? I can. And then what I'm trying to do, you see, is make the old space science facility. Okay. Oh, we do have spaces. Oh, okay, so it's giving me a few of those. Nice. If you built one of them, you have. Where is it then? There it is. Oh my word. Okay. That's a big boy. Oh. Water barrels, okay. Heavy oil barrel, lubricant barrel, okay. Wow. Logistics chest and burner mass ejection. Cool. Ah, space pipes and yellow thingies. Okay. Random tank. Ooh, and what are you? Radar construction panel. Distributes electrical energy, extends the construction area and provides radar vision. Oh, cool. So it's like a combi thing. Oops. Ah, there's a bunch of science packs. A bunch of science packs. We're doing a bunch of science. Cool. What got up here? Oh. So he left some bits behind. Really just sort of tidying up at the moment, aren't I? Oh, it's giving me a few of these as well, has it? A construction plan. Final so distribution 64 tile range. Okay, so that's like just a non-radar version of that one. Okay. We have. That's very silly. Floating around stuff. I like it. Get rid of all this junky stuff. Let's see what's here a bit better. Oh, what is this then? Oh, water ice, okay. So that's clearly how we get water. More chests of wonder. Oh. Oh, I see, it does that noise when I switch over. Okay. Time so that's how long it okay. So this is each individual one. And then the 13. I mean, that must be... Because that can't be seconds, can it? Because it's not ticking down. So if that's minutes, hours, days... That can't be right. Well, if I have... If each one seems to last 8 minutes... 8 minutes times 98... Oh, it doesn't do the thing, does it? 8 times 98. 784 minutes. 13 hours. Okay. Okay, so it is... So that's minutes and that's hours then. Okay. Good to know. Oh, there was one up here, look. Oh well. Two now. Oh, what's this? Telescope. A sophisticated sensor to multiple wavelengths around the visible spectrum. Okay. Oh, this is space rail. Okay. Oh, regular rope. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, regular roboports work in space then. Okay. Sort of assumed there'd be a... Oh, and we have another cargo, so I didn't really need to bother reading that. Space platform scaffold. Space platform advanced plating. Fast movement over space platforms. Place certain structures in space. Okay. It really, I mean, the more I encounter this, space age is kind of just this. Like, as an official thing, isn't it? Because this is a platform, and it's a space platform. Oh, okay, it gives me the cool weapons as well. Nice. So if I take one of these... Then does that connect that power up? Okay. Not sure why I'm surprised, but Space Undergrounds was not quite what I was expecting. Okay, let's dump some more of this stuff off. Let's put Space Labs in there. All these extra platform. In fact, I should put one of those down, I guess, shouldn't I? I don't know if that makes it easier to move around. That's great. Okay. So it's mostly cleared up. It's now 6 o'clock though, so let's see what I've actually got. Which is quite a lot of science packs. So this is the space science pack. How do we actually build that? We need processing units. Space transport belts. Okay, solid rocket fuel, stone, cosmic water. What the heck is a cosmic water when it's at home? Decontamination facility. It's whatever that is. Water that will not be evaporated at low. That will not evaporate at low pressure. More suitable for most space applications. So it's got lube in it, basically. Okay. Cosmic water. Contaminated biosludge. Ah, okay. So am I accumulating... Oh, I am accumulating contaminated ones. Okay. So it's more like a closed loop. I was assuming it was consumed, but it's more like a closed loop thing. Okay. Well, I think we'll call it there. Or should I attempt to get back home? I'm tempted to sort of stick these things in here. And do a bit of a... There's a bit more scrap, isn't it? Bit of a sort of a round trip. Because what does Space Belt... Have I have research Space Belt? I have. It needs to be made in Space Assembly Machine. Are you chewing on my stuff again? So it doesn't use basic belt, does it? There's not really any point having that. So it looks like it would be useful to send basic materials into space. Because a space manufactory I can't build that can work in space. Cannot be placed on land, yeah. So you have to build them in space. Space! I don't know. I mean, again, it feels like I've kind of guessed at a mechanic. You know, the whole limit, you know, restricted to only being built in a certain place. And it's already in SpaceX. You know, you can only build those. I can only place them in space. So, you know, it's a limited thing. You can build them anywhere, I guess, though. So I almost need to put together like a shopping list, don't I? Because that can only be built in Space Assembly Machine. So is it going to be better to send things to space or to send space things to home? Because what it feels like I need to work on more is this, the delivery cannon stuff. Because sending entire rockets just to build a few bits and pieces seems a bit over the top. What I was going to do was sort of head home, basically, and see how that works, whether it kills me or anything like that. But it feels like I should take a lot of this stuff back, because it's pointless having it here. I guess I could just grab that. So it's vulcanite blocks, okay. So we got a few cargo pods back. Is there anything there that's not spacey? Well, there's them, isn't there? But we picked up space rail. Oh, so that's me using another thing. Okay. So now it gets complicated, basically. Now it gets complicated. I do that. What does it? Okay. So I guess it gave me a cannon thing. Storage chairs. Yeah, that's all fine. Okay, so again, let's do a quick save. Since it didn't kill us. But then how do I... So if I do that, and I do emergency burn, what happens? Okay. But then that's a used up, compromised space capsule. Okay. So why did it not land on the landing pad? Oh, we've lost some stuff. Why is it not sorting my inventory? We lost stuff. Okay. I've no idea what I lost. Certainly lost some belt because I had 500 of those. Okay. I might undo that then. Because I didn't realise that. I mean, what have I lost? It's not much, is it? In fact, we should be able to tell from this. It's mostly junk, basically. Oh, I lost half of them, for example. Mostly junk. Mostly, you know, basic materials. We lost quite a lot, actually, then, didn't we? So that's the punishment, I guess, for, you know, using that as a way of getting back and forth. Okay. I mean, it did describe it as an emergency burn, so I suppose it makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to stop that and then pop the schedule up, because we are done for today. And for this weekend, I will be back next weekend with exactly the same, basically. So, more SpaceX on Saturday and Sunday. We're just getting into the interesting stuff. I will try and work on, I say, the red circuit build. Maybe tack on some blue circuits, but probably not. But try and work on the red circuit build. So that's a basic thing that's done, and providing more stuff for the thing. But then we can dive into the proper space logistics and space manufacturing next week. I will be streaming, I say, SpaceX basically until I either get bored or I get annoyed with it or I finish it. Or the expansion comes out, for example. I may intersperse it with another Factorio series that I've got in mind, which is another possibility, but maybe not. We will also be streaming next week and the week after, no problems. Just normal streams. But then the week after that is Easter, and I will be visiting family, so there will not be any weekend streams. I will also not be able to do the Friday Facts, certainly on Friday. I do have some surrounding days off, so I'll probably do it then. But basically, I'll have to miss that Friday Facts because I will be down, as I say, visiting family. And then we should be okay up till the end of April, beginning of May, when I'm going to WASD, and it's my birthday. So basically the next 2 weeks are fine. The other thing I usually promote and mention is my YouTube channel, which should be linked on the side there. It has all the VODs for this. I mean, they've not started going live yet, but all the VODs for all the Factorio series. I've done loads of them. My first attempt at Mega Base, and a No Spoon run, and Asteroid 2, Bob's, Angels, all sorts of stuff for Factorio, but then also Tectonica, Satisfactory. If it's a building and management game and you've maybe heard of it, I've probably, or it's fairly fairly popular, then I've probably given it a go. But also every Friday I do a read through, analysis, speculation of the latest Factorio Friday Facts, and that goes up every Friday. It's a huge amount of fun to do. I really enjoy doing it. So if that is anything you would be interested in, then do check it out. I always like to see people commenting as well and give me their mad ideas about what's coming in the expansion. So yes, so that's me for. Hopefully there'll be a lot to speculate about in 3+ weeks. Then, yeah, I'm sort of. Thanks for hanging around, Asana. It's always good to have someone chatting along. But I've obviously, I think I've kind of cursed myself that either that one or the end of April one is bound to be a huge, massive reveal of Aquila or and or Bacchus and that sort of thing, and it's all gonna happen while I'm away, and then I'll have to be doing. All of my time off will be like an entire day doing a massive speculation video. What I'm planning to do on that time off, because it's not really holiday, it's recovered overtime, is like the extra videos that I've been talking about, like the one talking about what the science packs, how I think that might work, and that someone suggested, but also I've got some other ideas about things I could do, kind of speculations on, or just random mad ideas, but that's what I was kind of intending to use that time for, because it's not proper holiday. But we shall see. We shall see what they reveal. But yes, that's it for this week. If you have been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Factorio. Thanks for watching. Cheers.